Do you have a favorite sport if you had to pick one?
Well, my first love. Do you want to switch spots?
Absolutely.
We can do that. Do you really want to do that?
I think we should do it. This is great. We did this with Micah Parsons. Became the Micah Parsons Show.
Yeah.
Now it's the
Have
Dave
you ever
Franco
been in that
Show.
seat?
I have. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Last time I did this, Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys sat in that seat.
Oh,
Great.
Okay.
Love
All
this.
right.
Yeah, tell me about your first love.
We're talking sports still, right?
We are.
Okay,
we can
very good.
transition, though, to whatever you want.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how to answer this question. My first love is baseball.
Okay.
I loved baseball. I covered that at ESPN for all those many years.
Was this something because of growing up and going to the games with maybe your dad or something like that?
My dad did not like sports at all.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, if I just followed, should I use the line I always use here?
Sure, absolutely.
If I followed my dad's passions, the Rich Eisen Show would be about Judy Garland movies.
Okay. Also a very fun show.
Yes, a very fun show.
Has he since gotten more into sports because of how into it you are?
My dad would watch me all the time. He would watch me all the time, and he would say to me, I'd get phone calls from him like, boy, how do you keep saying the name Mitch Richmond without tripping up on yourself? Like, that's the sort of... Yeah, he would not ever really
say
get...
Mitch Richmond 5 times real quick.
It sounds like, how could you...
do it.
Oh, Mitch Richmond.
Pretty good.
Well, when I first started out, Dave, it was the Mitch Richmond Sacramento Kings days as well. So
Okay,
that's
sure.
where I started. I started up in Reading. You know where Reading must be.
Of course.
Being out there from Northern California.
Absolutely. Real quick,
That's
say
what I did.
Detlef Schrempf 5 times real quick.
Detlef Schrempf. I can't.
Gotcha.
Trip me up. This Dave Franco show is a bitch.
Tough gig.
It's a tough gig. Did you ever want to do this sort of thing?
You
Yourself?
know, I was a pretty shy kid growing up. I was the kid in middle school. I said like cumulative probably 8 words throughout middle school, and I had no intention of performing in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And I initially came out to LA to go to school. I was going to USC, and I basically got forced into an acting class. And I remember auditing the class, and so I was sitting in the back, and the first people on stage, they start screaming and crying and hitting each other. I was like, no. But I stuck it out because I love movies. I've always loved movies. My first job ever, I was 14 years old working at a mom and pop video store. And it was actually illegal for me to be working there at that age. And so they basically paid me by allowing me to take home as many movies as I wanted. And that was like my schooling. And I fell in love with it. And so I think with acting, even though it took me a little while to kind of get comfortable with it, I guess I maybe subconsciously saw it as just like a way into the movie business.
Fantastic. By the way, this seat is much lower than I would think.
I know.
it's low.
I feel much more powerful over here.
Don't think you see it up?
Yeah, I get it.
You see it? You get it?
Wow, it's higher, Rich.
All right, very good.
If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
This show?
Yeah.
I'd be playing golf right now.
No, nothing to do with sports.
Oh, okay. I mean, like literally. I don't know. Why am I looking at you like this? Like I need to phone a friend.
know the answer?
Like I'm phoning a friend. Like if I wasn't doing this, what would I be
Sinatra
doing?
Yeah.
karaoke singer?
Rich, you do see.
Oh,
I can't see you.
I did stand up before I did this. Mm-hmm. I did
You
stand up.
did some stand up.
I did.
How many years?
About 5 years.
Was it terrifying? Did you get comfortable with it?
I was. It's the toughest thing I've ever had to do.
Absolutely, yeah.
It makes this sort of live stuff so easy.
That makes sense. Did you enjoy it while you were doing it?
It was so nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Sometimes it would be so tough.
Yeah.
And the toughest part is after it was all over and you're hanging out with the fellow comics and they would be so miserable.
Are you still kind of in contact with any of that crew?
No, not when I used to do it, but I just love comics. I love comedy. I love comics.
Yeah.
That's what I like
Yeah,
having here.
What about in terms of, does that kind of transition to the movies that you like? Are you into comedies or what kind of movies?
I'm a big drama guy watching TV, but I do love comedies.
Big drama guy watching
my
TV.
favorite,
What are
my
you talking
favorite
about?
movie,
Yeah.
my favorite movie comedy is Midnight Run.
Great. I mean, one of the best buddy duos ever.
I'm sorry to name any of the films that you're in. Right
That's
there.
okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Right.
Which of my films do you like the most? And then which one do you like the least? And I'll give you some. If you don't know them, that's okay. I'm going to give you a list of some of them, and
Okay.
you guys can kind of list them off too if you want.
Okay, Dave Franco.
All right. I think your favorite is going to be.
Superbad.
I mean, I have 2 lines in that, so that's a little offensive that's your favorite of mine. They're good lines. They're good lines.
At the guest.
What about 21 Jump Street?
Jump Street.
I was in 22 Jump Street.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
without you, and your performance, I wouldn't be getting $3 checks because I did a lot of ADR.
This is
with Will Forte.
Will Forte.
This is some full circle stuff right here.
I was in 22 Jump Street.
I am the reason you have had any success from my role in 21 Jump Street.
including this very segment.
Absolutely.
Including this segment, yes.
Okay, what about Neighbors?
It's a good movie. I just went higher register.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's your gripe with it?
Just
not for you.
This wasn't for me.
Well,
Okay.
he hates his real life neighbors.
Do you hate your real life neighbors? Are we about to start a war?
on, man.
We're about to start a war.
What the hell's the matter with you?
They're not listening. They're not listening.
What the hell's the matter with you? Why would you say that?
Okay,
Oh,
but dramas for TV.
Right now, what am I watching?
You said
right
you
now?
like dramas and when it comes to TV.
I do. I'm Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
Yes.
Currently deep into Yellowstone, 1923. 1883 is one of the most incredible shows
Is it?
I've
Okay.
seen. Have you not seen
Sell
it?
me on it. Sell me on it. I haven't seen it.
Unbelievable. Just spectacular.
I mean, that's all you're going to say? Give me something.
The acting's incredible.
Yeah.
The vistas are beautiful. Everything. The writing, the directing, the whole bit.
He's a great writer.
Love it. No, 1883.
That Taylor Sheridan.
I cannot believe
Did you see
it.
his movies before these shows?
I did not.
Sicario and Hell or High Water?
I did not.
Get on it.
Hell or High Water.
Beautifully
That was
made
Taylor
movies.
Sheridan? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
he wrote
didn't know
it.
that. Okay.
Yeah. Wonderful.
All right. Can we get him to do the Brock Purdy story?
This is interesting. This is all coming together.
I don't know if
almost
there's
too
any horses
easily.
in it, though. There's no
Brock
horses.
Purdy put a horse in
Brock
there.
Purdy went to Iowa State.
Oh, wow. We're getting a horse in there. Okay.
I mean, how many horses are in Iowa?
They have to at the farm place.
Okay.
Right?
All right, very good.
Iowa's farm.
Who's your favorite athlete that you like to talk to?
Looking at me.
Because I talk to all the athletes with you watching.
Yeah, I understand.
Who do I like?
Who's up there? Doesn't have to be favorite.
Joe Namath.
Love George Kittle.
Oh, Kittle's
Kittle.
great. Kittle.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Kittle is amazing.
Because he's just got that personality. He's having fun.
Did you see how he found the
connection there?
he found the camera above him.
Yeah,
Did you see that moment where they had the
It's like fourth quarter.
the sky
I saw
cam was
that.
above him.
Yeah.
He
He
like
kinda
was
looked up
mugging for
into
the
it.
sky
Game wasn't
cam.
even over.
I
Something
know.
could have happened.
I know that.
He's having a good
Pretty
time
amazing.
out there, though.
I know.
I love it. You
Fred
got to
Warner
respect
today.
it.
We had Steve
Fred-
Young on last week.
Steve Young is great.
incredible.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Mooch.
I love all my guys too. Irv.
And
Michael Irvin.
when you think about those guys, I imagine like with Kittle, it's because he's got one of these personalities where is he a little more open? Is he excited? Just like he'll get personal.
He's human. He's a human.
human. Got it.
He's just a dude.
Yeah.
And he has fun with his job, too.
Correct.
Definitely.
He has fun with his job too.
Is it
Absolutely.
wild that like I guess I think about this where just like these athletes, even talking about Brock Purdy, like how old is he? 22, 23?
He's 23.
23 years old.
Yes, I know.
These athletes, they seem larger than life, but they're in their early mid 20s.
I think your shirt's probably older than that.
You
right?
think so? Does this feel vintage to you?
Isn't it? Or are you doing what your wife did with the hat? Like you bought something and makes it look old, but it's not. It's
I
like
think it might be the style. I think this is actually a newer shirt, and I'm curious what you think because I made a romantic comedy, the movie that we were just talking about,
Yes.
and I'm kind of dressing to theme, and there was a lot of discussion about is that cheesy, and we said yes. Do we care?
No,
I don't
we
think
don't.
so.
No.
It's fun.
Spell my name right.
fun.
Talk about my movie. Let's go. You do look like you just stepped off the set of Swingers right now. I got to be honest with you.
I think that's a
But,
compliment. I
it
love
is
that
a compliment.
movie.
It absolutely is a compliment. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite comedies.
Yes.
It changed everyone's life.
Acknowledging the cheese is great.
Yes.
Are those broken hearts?
They're broken hearts. We're doing a slightly unconventional romantic comedy. It all makes sense.
By the way, that was my favorite Dave Franco movie, Acknowledging the Cheese. It's fantastic. I don't know
I
what
think
movie
that's
that
the
was.
name of the Brock Purdy story.
That's it, yes.
It's all coming together.
Acknowledging the cheese. If it only was a Packer, right? That would have been totally on brand. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.